Hey guys, welcome back to Max Cars Stormfall Unification mod for Soulstorm. Today I brought a game for you of GabPR playing as Imperial Guard versus me playing as Dark Angels. And if you see me versus GabPR, you probably know that I'm gonna cheese. I actually asked him politely in the lobby if he would mind if I cheese a bit, and I wanted to try a cheese build, and it's with Dark Angels. These guys are busted in a lot of ways, are really strong, but if you not capitalize on it, it shouldn't be as big of a problem, but you can capitalize on. One way is the scouts. The scouts are very expensive with 150 requisition, but are a bit too strong for the stage of the game which you can build them in. So the cheese I'm using is Scout Rush with Dark Angels. The scouts cost 150, can be reinforced for 50 requisitions, so they're really expensive, but their damage is really high. They don't withstand a lot of damage, so if you are able to deal some damage to them, they also fall like flies. But look at the poor guardsmen here who get just mowed down. They also have the ability to get shotguns. I on purpose don't use shotguns in this map, in this matchup. I would suggest, if you want to use this cheese yourself and are forced to fight a melee commander or anything, I would suggest getting one shotgun each. You can get two, but that's too much. They have a limited range and the damage is, I think, actually lower than their default bolter they have. So I would recommend only using the shotgun when you have to fight melee commanders, because the shotgun has disruption capabilities, just letting the commander fall on his face all the time. Yeah. Here you see how much damage they take if they get forced into combat, so I just go back. Wanted to kill the tech priest, but GabPR, as we know, has better micro than I do, so just standing back and shooting is the best move right now. I make small mistakes here in the build. I need to build a second generator at some point, once I'm done capping everything. You see me moving around, getting this point, which didn't got a listening post, or I just killed it, I think. And 3 squads is more than enough for the start. You would need a 4th, for example, if you get pressured by a lot of infantry. But yeah, as I told you, you can just mow down infantry really well. Here I noticed that there are some units inside, so I stay back. I get this point all capped, and yeah, now I am adding the what is it called, Sacristity Gem, which is basically the armory. The armory allows me to get sniper rifles, and yeah, that's something you should do, because at some point you will be forced to fight infantry that's better than the scouts. But when you have sniper rifles, you can basically just one-shot a lot of stuff and kill the morale and everything. So you see, this is really overpowered for the stage of the game. Other things that are a little overpowered about Dark Angels are the Dreadnought in tier 2, which can field a plasma cannon, which is a bit too strong for tier 2, to be honest. I mean, I heard these guys are the plasma guys or whatever, but yeah. Now I added some sniper rifles. You can see them by the cool codes they get. These are the guys with sniper rifles. Yeah, I don't get this done, so I shouldn't move this tech marine here. I need to get a second generator up right now. That would be the best build, because I'm getting tier 2 for 2 reasons, but one is more important than the other. And you can get some upgrades here that affect scouts, like for example more health and everything, but the most important upgrade is the tier 2 upgrade to infiltrate them. And when you get to tier 2 before your enemy, because you probably will when you force the enemy to play defensive like this, and maybe even killing the generators and everything. Then you want to have them infiltrated and seal the deal, basically. Yeah. I am tier 2 now, but don't have the resources. I need, I think, 150 for the infiltration. And if you lose units and give them heavy weapons again, yeah, you don't have enough. So this build isn't even played perfectly. You really want to have another generator here. Dark Angels don't get access to a turret, so you can't add a turret to this rush. Having a turret close to the enemy base as a safe spot for these scouts, where they can run back and shoot from behind, would be just too good. In the next update there will be turrets for Dark Angels, but I hope these scouts get toned down a bit.
Our training is advanced.
Okay, I even gave one a another sniper rifle. If you have too much resources, as I do here, now I finally get in the infiltration, you can also get the barracks, close the barracks, to add sergeants to all of these, and then these are maxed out of the ability they can do. Here we see the command squad killing a generator of mine because I didn't upgrade my listening post, but nothing that a scout squad in my base couldn't fix. More importantly, a infiltrated scout squad. I mean, yes, they are here and maybe even killing my tech marine and everything, but once these guys are out and infiltrated, he can't do stuff. Jack. I'm even pulling back one or two. I have 4 now here, right? Yeah. And leaving 2 guys here to keep the pressure on, and pulling 2 guys back. They are now all infiltrated, which is basically GG. There isn't an detector on the command squad, so that's GG. Yeah, Re. Actually, GabPR, we made a game after this, and I first thought he don't want to fight this once again, but he actually, what should I say? Don't find the right word. Insisted to play this again to see if he can beat it. Else he wouldn't allow to show the replay. I guess it's about his honor to see if he can beat it. So I will show you a game after this where we have basically the same situation, but he knows what is headed. My idea to balance this, it's hard to balance because they are glass cannons. They are meant to be glass cannons, and that's kind of okay. Maybe slightly increase the cost further, or decrease the damage a bit, not too much, because they cost quite a lot, and it's an all-in, and if it fails, you have basically nothing to fall back on. So it's expensive in many ways. I mean, these guys cost 150 to build, another 100 to fully reinforce, and if you get sniper rifles, they cost 30 each. Combat shotguns are maybe a little too cheap for what they do. Maybe the cost for these combat shotguns should be increased a bit, because normally you think, yeah, get a melee commander, go in and kill them. Yeah, 2 problems. 1, they kill you before you get in, and second problem, you get knocked down by these shotguns all the time. Yeah, and if you want to get the scout, you need close the barracks and everything, so you need quite a lot of buildings and resources to make them very effective. But that's that for now. We will jump into the second replay where GabPR knows what is headed, and it turned out to be quite a fun game. So see you in the second replay. Here we are in the second replay. This time we focus on GabPR's point of view. And he chose, I find it interesting, a very rare opener for Imperial Guard. He opens with Tactical Control. And write your guess in the comments real quick why he does that. What does Tactical Control give you? I give you a second. Gives you access to grenade launchers. You are capped at 6 squad caps, so you can only get 6 guardsmen, no, what should I call it, command squad or anything, so really bad in that way. Is he even getting a turret as well? Yes, so earlier and more defensive turret here, which is okay, but my scouts I think outrange the turret. I basically do the same stuff as before. I'm planning to get the second generator faster this time, not moving my... Okay, he already gets grenade launchers. Once the plasma generator is up, he has grenade launchers for everyone. Now I'm moving in, not recognizing the threat of the grenade launchers, and you can see how much damage it does, really. And that's only half of the problem. One problem is the damage, the second problem is the knockdown, and the third half, the biggest problem of them all is that grenade launchers have a bigger range than my scouts do. So even though I'm able to kill the one tech marine and closely the second one, I'm getting casualties quite a lot. And these guys are expensive. I just say it again, they cost 50 requisition. You can try to kill guardsmen, but it's not a worthwhile trade. A guardsman costs 20 requisition, 40 if he has a grenade launcher and some power, and these guys cost 50. And you see I lost quite a lot, have to reinforce quite a lot, so this is expensive. And I need to move back because I don't have the vision. When they get vision, they fire, they kill at least one scout each time they shoot. So small squad size because he chose to get grenade launchers over additional squad members, and funny, isn't it? That a very cheap infantry unit with grenade launcher can just counter it that well, at least the first push. Now I need to get back and think about my options. My options are either getting now Space Marine out and play a tier 1 game, a standard game, and you know me, I'm not doing it. Actually I'm adding the Sacristy chamber, the tech building, for sniper rifles, so I can outrange the guys again. So you see he also adds the sergeant, which adds a lot of HP, and I'm not sure about damage, but it adds HP and morale, which is really nice to have. Another thing about grenade launchers is that they do quite a lot of damage to buildings. Here I'm standing and need to move, a little late on the move. Down goes one scout, down goes probably a second. Just standing back in my base and getting sniper rifles now. And once I got some sniper rifles, I can force them back, and even having an upgraded listing post is enough for now. Grenade launchers do outrange it, so he can now just stick here. I have a scout squad here that's on the other side of the river, but bad day to be a sniper, to be a scout. Sadly, the sniper's scout immediately dies. I get this one, also a sniper rifle. The problem is that I don't have vision, and if I move in to get vision, these guys shoot me. So I need to find a way to get vision for me. And there was something, I don't know if it was in this game, but in some game I noticed a player using a builder unit just to get vision to tie down melee infantry. And the builder unit for the Dark Angels, the one hero builder unit, is the Tech Marine. And at some point I'm building a Tech Marine just to give me some room to breathe. If I have known this before, that this is a viable option, I would have built it before. But as you see, I'm getting a servitor to build stuff, and here comes my Tech Marine. I think it's the starting one. The starting one didn't die. So I move him in melee stance and move him before in front to get vision, and my sniper scouts in the back for it. So really nice. How is it with tech? No, he gets another guardsman squad. He now adds a heavy bolted hill, so no infantry command. I think he should skip the infantry command. When you go for this kind of build, there's no money and time to get the infantry command out. But you see, I now can force him back because I have the vision with the Tech Marine and can outrange him with the sniper rifles. This works as long as I have the Tech Marine up. These don't even have grenade launchers, right? But something I don't know. There's the one with the grenade launcher, so it's a little positioning play, which is kind of nice. He now uses the scan to see where my units are, but you really have to click the units to attack me. You can't just let them stand there because they will shoot the closest thing, which is the Tech Marine. And we have another push from me here, and we'll get vision now and shoot another guardsman or two. 3 guardsmen down and moving along. He now gets a telepathica temper battle armor, which helps a lot, and probably needs also the upgrade for morale. We have now a tech priest sitting in here in this listening post, shooting at my scouts and dealing more damage than I like, so I need to turn back. My Tech Marine also died. Let's see, how is my tech going? My tech is almost done. How is GabPR? Is he teching? Not yet. So I have the tech advantage, and as I don't know the Dark Angels very well, I just keep to the thing I know, which is the scouts. Basically, if a better player would have seen this, he could have thought of a way to counter it, probably more, how should I say, more effective. This was really nice, just pulling back in the nick of time. Yeah, so my idea was to try to make this scout cheese work by any means. I mean, to put it in that perspective, I also just poured a lot of money in all this scout stuff, so I kind of need to make it work. Conscripts. Just to add a meat shield, probably. I'm in tier 2, getting infiltration, getting stubborn. This is the one that increases the health of scout marines, which is nice to have. There's a second for this as well in tier 2, probably. I'm not sure if it's the second, but it could be. So I'm also, is this right? Need to switch the view so to see it. At some point I'm thinking of getting a different squad as my, how should I say, scout melee thing. I see Psycho, which sees my scouts. I need to focus him down. Almost getting him. Problem is that he can scan me. That's also something the tactical control allows you to. It allows you to scan, it allows you to get grenade launchers, it allows you to get sergeants and everything. So really bad for me. And here's one problem. I get the chaplain because I think he's sturdy. I can put him in the front and then move my scouts behind to, yeah, seal the deal. Turns out chaplain isn't as tough as I wanted him to be. Maybe I should also send a tech marine with him, but as for now I send the chaplain all in at one alone, and he gets focused down real quick. Because there's a turret, there's a psycho as well who focuses him, so not the best move to get the chaplain in here. He has, how much HP does he have? 1.2k, and the tech marine gets 600. Okay, so he has almost double the HP than the tech marine, but it costs the armor and the leg and quite a lot of time to get him running. So this was a waste of resources. So my next plan is to get a machine nave and get some plasma cannon dreadnoughts, because I saw in a replay that is also on my channel, casted, where Refiler played against Guardsman. He got the plasma cannon dreadnought and just minced the Imperial Guard, but he had Space Marines to support it and I only have scouts, so we will see how this turns out. And I wasted a lot of resources in the chaplain, so could have been already up the machine nave and maybe the first dreadnought even out by now, or at least building. So GabPR is tier 2 now as well, getting the mechanized command, so he can counter it early than he should have been able to. I also need to upgrade my my support vehicle cap first, because they cost 3. They have a cost 3 supply and I only have 2. Also something to note, which I didn't know before. I should have already started the cap upgrade, which is sadly also in the machine nave. You can't get it before, like for normal Space Marines and HQ. You need to get it in the machine building facility. All the while GabPR is now finished his mechanized command and starts to get chimeras. Chimeras are basically the death sentence for all my scouts, so good for him. You know, I'm now just getting the vehicle cap increase, and yeah, we will see. How many psychos do you have? 1. Just 1. Interesting. Missing my shots in the psycho. Interesting. Now the first dreadnought will get out. I'm getting a plasma cannon almost immediately, and also have queued up the second dreadnought. I'm not sure if plasma cannon is actually the best option. I also could use him in melee, which would also work as a, how should I say, unit that can get in between my scouts and the enemy. But now I have these chimeras here as well, so the plasma dreadnought is probably not the best answer to it. I mean, it does damage to it, but going into melee is probably better. What else does he have access to? A flamer and drilling glass cannon. The glass cannon would probably be the better option if I want to kill these vehicles. But inexperienced as I am, I still go plasma cannon on both, I think. I also just like the green plasma. He actually uses the turret he built here to get a heavy bolter turret with missile launcher add-on. You could also get what's called Punisher turret add-on, which is basically a dual autocannon, which would leave him with an anti-infantry, anti-vehicle thing. But I think he wants just to have a missile launcher. It has also a bigger range. To kill one chimera, I'm close to getting the second one, but all the while I'm getting shot. Now trying to get my scouts in range. Totally bad micro here on my part. Third chimera here. Chimera have slightly armor penetrating rounds. Not much, but they do at least a little damage to vehicles. But here first sentinel arrives, and yeah, that's it. Probably get this chimera and that's it, yeah. I have the next one also with plasma cannon. I mean, it looks nice, but that's pretty much it. I do really like the plasma cannon sound as well. That's pretty much it. It was really fun to play. Obvious mistakes from my inexperience, of course. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I play this game. I like cheesy threats, and yeah, I don't have enough games on my record to really play standard effective. But the problem with Dawn of War right now is that the learning curve, or the, how should I say, player skill is all over the place. You have these players like GabPR that play this game for years probably, and a lot of games, and are really good. And you have people that play this game a lot, but only like, let's say, PvE, and just dipping into PvP and just get overwhelmed. And then you have me, who has kind of the mechanics, kind of don't, kind of has the strategies, kind of don't. And let's say against a weaker player I'm easily winning, and against players like GabPR I'm always losing. Same with Kukai. Refiler is better than me, but if I would have got more time, I probably can beat him in a standard game, but as I don't have time, I'm stuck in this position that I'm always losing to good players and winning against the bad players. Let's say in the middle. Really, or in general, it's really hard to find a player who has your kind of skill level. But that's kind of the problem of every RTS. More so of RTS with a limited player base, as this old game has. And it's even a mod. The base game has a larger player base. But the player base for the vanilla game is more like what I told you in the beginning, like people who play these games for years. So if you want to start there, it's it's quite a steep learning curve. Okay, that's it for this little cheese game here. GabPR wins the second game. If I played better, I probably could have won the second game as well, but I made too many mistakes. But yeah, it's like the second time I play Dark Angels versus another player, so what do you expect? Okay, so is there anything I want to say about the cheese? No, I think I said it all. Even got an autocannon here for better killing buildings, and this one too. I really like the autocannons on the Sentinels, but I'm getting distracted. It was a nice game, the second game. The first game just showed you how you can cheese your opponent if he doesn't know what's headed, and even can defeat GabPR with it. But that's enough for today. If you liked the video, just leave a like. If you have comments, just leave them in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.